ice cream store that doesn't sell ice cream.
Was good.
Oh
All right.
yeah, it's down.
We are going to trade. First time I'm looking at the charts today.
Oh my goodness.
1:32
Oh,
p.m. We got an hour and a half
it's at
until market close.
$80, and now it's.
Let's take a look at what's happened to the day. All right. On the
I
day,
feel sympathetic.
looks
It's
really
hard.
bullish for NQ.
It's a hard business to be in. You generate money from men. Men are getting what they want. The majority
It's already
of them
come
leave.
down
There's like a
this
small
morning,
percentage of men that
looks
stay.
like.
You need those guys to get what women
Here.
aren't gonna pay.
Yeah.
They don't pay
This
for
morning
ladies.
it came down and went rally back up. So
It's an impossible business model. Over a long enough-
at this
you
point,
can
I'm
get
not
it
actually
for
sure what's going to happen.
years, maybe a decade out of it. Don't be young then. Oh my
Gold.
God, I'm like, girls are showing up and they're gonna
Weekly.
date my-
Wow.
my God,
It's
I
coming
don't
down.
have to go to the
Perfect.
nightclub anymore.
Perfect. This is really good for gold.
16,000 sweats.
Definitely looking at here, anything underneath this dotted line is very bullish. If it hits it this week, which it might, because it's Wednesday. If it happens today, that's even better. This is really good. Most definitely. Hold on. Most definitely looking to long gold. Most definitely looking to long gold. Not yet though. Not yet. If it comes down into here, especially today, I mean that's phenomenal. But it's gonna have to cross this demand right now. It's gonna hit. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna take this demand here. That's just not something that I'd take. But I'd take this weekly holding split for sure. Especially if it's overextended past this line. If it passes this zone without breathing on it, or without kind of like bouncing from it, that would mean it's outside of local distal line. It's ignoring this zone here to enter into the higher time frame zone. That's a really good odds enhancer for it to bounce from there. So that's good. Crude oil. All right. Wow, crude oil. Wow. Whoa. Whoa, crude oil. All right, crude oil is in a big demand right now. Hold on. I gotta go quick, but I gotta go smart. It's already bouncing. I am so bullish from here. So bullish. I'm gonna have to go to the 60-minute. I am so mighty bullish right now. It's insane. All right, hold on. We're gonna have to go long if this breaks this hour. 0.32 is my trade. I could probably get in actually at a smaller time frame. Yeah, it's just so bullish because look at it. Look at the 240-minute chart. So let's just look at it. It's sunk, you know. But that's not the picture I was looking at. Daily, I was looking at the weekly picture. That looks perfect. So what this means to me is within here is demand. And right now, it's just barely touching it this week. So both gold, gold and crude oil are reaching further than average downwards into demand. We're looking at bounces on both of them. So I don't know if this is going to be it. This is going to be the bounce, but I got to investigate why I put these other dashed lines in. It's already bouncing. I could easily see this bouncing from here big time. So I got to get to the smaller time frame and probably place a trade once I figure out why I placed these orders, or why I have these dashed lines underneath here. This is so bullish, it's crazy. Yeah, I don't know why that's there. I don't know why this is there either. So I'm going to delete those, and we're going with what we see right now. And that is a long right now. Very long. long, 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 long. I'm in long. 1. All right. It's right there. I'm going to say it's a 60-minute 2BB breakout. Oops. No. 60-minute. Yeah, there you go. See, this is a classic 2BB base bar. On the breach of this high, it's supposed to do, but I had a premature entry because I think it's going to break out anyways. So let's just plot this out. And I can say in the comments that it was a premature entry. MCL long breakout 0.41. I entered at 1338, 11, 8, 23. Zone number 641. This is a 60-minute 2BBB PE tight. Kind of like an H setup, but it's the breakout portion. So end of trend. And it's gone 0 at this point. 0.41 with one contract. This is a risk of 27.3 apples. Holy shnikes. That's too much. Darn it. That's way too much, but how? That's too much. I could say it's a I could say that it is a higher time frame trade, so then I can perhaps take that many, because it'll take some time to do its thing. All right, 641. You gotta put this in there. 60-minute. Yeah, that's a 60-minute zone for sure. 15-minute. I'm just gonna put it on there. I mean, this has everything it needs except for the time of day. Unfortunately, the time of day is in the afternoon, which you usually don't want to be taking breakouts in crude oil in the afternoon, because 1:30 p.m. is when the settlement price happens. So it's really the volume drops off tremendously. So it is interesting for me to be able to do this. I might just adjust my target from that. Maybe a 0.5 to 1, but still a 1 to 1 is right here. I don't know if it's too far. Yeah. I think we're good. That's fine with me. 75.82 is my target. I'm going to hold on to it. 75.82. And then my stop loss. Man. We'll see about this. My stop loss is this low. 75.11 is my stop loss. 75.11. 330 for 380. 11. Yeah, I don't know what they got going on. I'm risking 11 apples. I don't know why they're saying. Why is my calculator wrong? Oh, because I have two. Oops. Because I have two contracts on my calculator. That's why. All right, 380 is my target. So 12.7. 12.7 is my reward on this trade if it gets there. So let's just let this thing be. We took pictures. We're all good. We're all set. On to the next. Gold. Let's see if it keeps dropping. And it is continuing to drop. Pretty good for gold to drop. I'm happy about it. Here's definitely a demand, but I'm not going to take this for sure. I'm not going to take this, but it's worthy of looking at for sure. Just being aware if that's what it's dealing with. This already is a supply. I'm already looking at this as a supply zone. This would be a holding level. It has a few more base bars than I would want, but that's fine with me. That is a breakout, a base, or a holding level, sorry. But that is no doubt sellers in there, no doubt. So, but I'd like to see it leg out a little bit more. I'd like to see it drop and then come back up to there. You want to take breakouts lower? You could take breakouts going down. Here's a small zone right here. That's possible. That is possible. I want to see when the settlement price for gold and crude oil is. I think I had them mixed up. Oh, man. Okay. Crude oils is at 130. When's gold? Gold is at 12:30. Gold's at 12:30. Gold is so late to the game. So I would expect gold not to keep on breaking down, which is why it's turning around right now. Because volatility is so small, bro. That means this tiny little zone might work. It might work. I would take this. I would take this for a 1-to-1. And load up the boat. 0.6, because it's such a tight zone, you know. I would take that. And this would be a holding level micro. 0.6. Just make sure you have the trait micro in there. 1-to-1 would have 2 contracts of the full GC. That's crazy. I don't think I'm able to do that. Don't know. GCZ 23. 2 contracts of the full. My one is 55.7 is my entry. 55.7. Yeah, I can trade it. Nice. I have enough margin. That's excellent. All right, high is 56.4. 56.4. My target's just a 1-to-1. Super quick is 55.2. I feel very confident with this trade. 55.2. Such a small. Why is that risk higher than the reward? High is 56.4. 55.7 is my entry. 55.2 is my target. Is it just 1 tick? That's why. Because 1 tick is on the other side of the distal line. It's actually a big deal when a zone is this small. I kind of want to double, but it's a micro. I'm just leaving it be, man. All right, crude oil. Kind of, sorta, not yet working. It hasn't exploded, which is normal because I don't think it's gonna really push with high volume, but I'm taking a risk here as a breakout in the afternoon session, and I'm not gonna hold this trade overnight. I don't trade overnight, so I don't know. I might be able to hold it overnight. I don't really like doing that. I don't know. Should have probably made that decision before I entered. I could get out now. It's at break even at the point. So let's just take a look. Do you want to hold it overnight? Let's look at the margin rates quick. Crude oil. One contract is $7,700. So you can trade it overnight. And this one I will be holding overnight. I will be holding that overnight if it gets down there. So I'll be holding that onto that. As far as NQ goes, I haven't looked at that yet. So gold, I'm just reviewing gold at the point. Now it looks like it wants to break the low more, but it's already spent its day. I would consider an anti-breakout here going upwards, but it might not, given the price, enough time to breathe, because I'm enclosing in on it. Like I have orders sitting here, and I want to order sitting on the below too. I think you're just squeezing price a little bit too tightly. So I'm more confident on this short than I am in an anti-breakout going upwards, picking the bottom. So I'm just going to leave this breakout lower without any entry. Nothing really that I'm excited about. I'm going to let that thing be. Now we're getting to the NQ. All right, NQ on the day, it was bullish. And then on the day, it was even more bullish because it's like a leg out from this demand right here. At this point, it is very bullish, but it's coming into obvious support line or whatever they call it, resistance line. I wouldn't call it anything, really. But it is a zone. It might just ignore it. Seriously, it might just keep on going up. Things have a tendency of just completely disregarding anything in its path sometimes. I would probably want to get out around here if I was long. So if that's the case, then you can technically have targets above this distal lines here. So you could do that. This 240 minute is coming down as expected, but has it done that already? The 60 minute doesn't look like it has. Does the 15 minute look like it? No, this is the first time it's coming down. So that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense that it's coming down here. Is it the first time? No. It came up, came down, came up. Now it's coming down more. I definitely think it's going to break this low. So I'm finding shorts, anything short here, anything to set up going short, I'm happy to do so. And that would probably require, if it comes up here, we can do anti-comeback bar. You could do that. You could do that. I like that idea, actually. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's 6.2. This is an anti-breakout. Oh wow, it might not do it, dude. Might not get there for me. Yeah, it's breaking. Darn it. No way. Yeah, I'm calling this trade off if that happens. Double bottoms on the low? Not a chance. Not a chance. It's going to break that for sure, dude. So if it does want to come up from that double bottom, still looking at short. Shorts and targets right on the other side of that. Look at that come back up. That's crazy. That's nuts. All right. So this is generally, anytime it does this, it's a range. It goes all the way to the top. So I wouldn't take entry right in the middle anymore. Even if that's my trade. I'm not doing that because a lot of times when it hits bottoms, it comes up and hits the top and starts to play range. But there is a chance that this guy's range is that the bulls that are trying to bounce range are going to lose and get stopped out at this low. So there's a chance that that'll happen. There's a chance for anything in the market anyways. So I'm just chilling on this yet. I am bearish on that low for sure, but I don't see any entry. I don't see any entry. I like that. I like that. If it goes down, oh, it broke. That's bullish. I'll take this holding split. I'll take this micro holding split for a long risk reward. I would do that. I would love to. I would say I'm going for a 3-to-1, maybe 4-to-1. That means I have 9 contracts on that. 373 flat. Darn it. It already was 1 tick away. Oh, man. That would be my trade. I wouldn't get in now. It's already touched it. It's already touched the split. Would not get in now. I would be in now. And I would be holding, and I'd probably put my stop on this pinpoint, risking nothing anymore, right as I got entered. But it was 1 tick away from entry anyways, and I wasn't quick enough to put it in the system. So look at that go. It's reaching a 3-to-1. It already hit a 3-to-1. No, 2-to-1. It's going to hit a 3-to-1. My target would be on the other side of this line for 4-to-1. That's a great trade. What a trade there. I missed that one. Excellent. Excellent one. Like, that was perfect because it broke this distal line in the middle. I'm like, if it breaks that distal line, it can only go one place. It can only go to this split right here. That's where it goes. So, and that's what happened. And that split is where the sellers conglomerated. I would definitely not be out, though. It's not a winning trade unless it breaks this low, this double bottom. So, but that's good because it yields a 4-to-1. 4-to-1, you only have to win 20% of the time to be profitable. There he goes. Boom. Broke that low. I'd get out. Get out. At this point, if this overextends itself way lower, I'm taking an intuition long because I think it's like this is a good trade, but if I was in this short and it goes way past here, like all the way down here, I would definitely think that there's going to be a bounce. So at that point, I would not be long anymore, or sorry, short anymore. So I'd go long. This might do a comeback bar right now. So now would be a good time for the bulls to get in. Now that anybody who is short on this double bottom took their profits. Now it's coming back up. Okay. That disregards my intuition long, because if I want an intuition long, I would want something overextended and hasn't bounced. Right now it's bounced. See, it's already come up. So I need it to be a flat candle downwards. That's what usually happens when it needs a bounce. But it could now still keep going because it's a trend lower now. But I don't have edge. I don't know where I would put my target. Or my stop. I'm leaving this thing go. Crude oil. Looks like it's made its bottom. I would go long now. I would. I'd go long right now. I'm long right now. And I'm using this bottom as my stop. Right here. This is an H setup. Meaning because it's kind of, I don't know, low on curve, I guess. Kind of a breakout at the same time, but I'm just going to do that. MGC long. H setup. .7. This is a 3-minute H setup. PE predict. More like 2BBB predict. Protecting extreme. There we go. 1359 is my entry. 642. Take a picture. Take a picture. Take a picture. There we go. 642 zone number. 3-minute. 5-minute. Definitely show the picture of the 5-minute because it's such a small micro zone. I would call it a micro. I'd call it micro, or at least narrow. 0.7 on gold. This seems small. I'm going to call it a micro. Yeah, micro. Because it's kind of a micro bottom anyways. 2 contracts with 0.7. You got to put your stop and loss in place, and your stop loss is looking at $160. So, which would be 5.3 apples I'm risking. 5.3 apples. My reward would be a 1-to-1. Would be 54.9. Which would be 160 as well. So 5.3 apples for 5.3 apples. I'm not holding this one overnight. I'm getting out at end of day. I don't trust that at all. Because it's such a small type of zone. Who cares? Who knows what'll happen? Good. Everything else is good. What was I just looking at? Oil? Oil's doing great. Look at oil go. I've got to take a picture of this one. No, it's a quarter of the way to the target, but 25% PIZ means just it didn't really come back after breakout. I won't take a picture quite yet. I'm going to take a picture at end of day after an hour. All right, GC. I do think it's bullish, man, but it looks like it's going to pop that low and then go up. Darn, because that low has us in it. I'm in that low, unfortunately. Yeah. Yep. Not looking good at that point. It might break the low. Darn it. That's 5.3 apples gone if that happens. NQ. Let's take a look back at NQ. All right. Oh, darn it. It did come down. Oh, man. Okay. No need to be upset. Except I'm more bullish at this point. I don't do 1 minute charts, so I'm going to have to wait for the next 3 minute bar to print. I think either comeback bar protection or H setup right here. Boom. I would do an H setup at 55.95. Where's NQ? NQZ23. 55.95. 55.95. Oh, damn. Okay, gold's out. Gold's out. Gold's out. But NQ is already breaking upwards. I'd be bullish on that low. I'm going to leave it drawn, but not take the trade. Because I think it needs to do something that I don't expect until I know what's happening. I'm going to leave it be for now. I do think I'm bullish on it, but I don't know if it'll happen or not. GCM out. I got to mark that down. Negative 5.3 apples on that trade. 0 N-A. That was a bad trade. It did not work. Undoubtedly not working there. And now it's coming back up. This is kind of what I thought it would happen. I don't know if it can go down any lower before coming up. I kind of want to just blindly long again, but that's how I get myself in trouble. I'll tell you what, if it breaks that low again, I'm in long. That's what I'm doing. If it breaks that low again, I'm in long. But I don't even think it'll break that low again, man. I think it's going. Damn it. Darn. So down 5.3 apples today. That is classic. That's classic. I'll tell you what, if it bounces lower, oh man, I don't know. I'm bullish on it, dude. I'm bullish on it. I'm bullish. I don't care. I'm in. You count me in. Count me in this thing. Count me in. There we go. I'm in. I'm bullish on this thing. That's what I am. In fact, I'm so bullish, I'm doing more. I'll go more. 3. Now, where's my stop? I'm going to protect myself all the way down here. 1-to-1's up here. That's the most I can do. That's all that I can do here. That's all I can do. That's all that I can do. Six, 4, 3. 5 minute. I think it's so bullish, bro. It's going up. It's going up. I know it. I just know it. So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm doing that. It's a little bit ballsy, but I don't care. I'm bullish, man. That's what I am. MGC long. Intuition 1.0 is the risk. Risk on this one, I doubled. That's 10 apples. 10 apples of risk. Double because confident. 1406. 643. 1. This is a 5-minute int, end of trend. Not really overextended, just end of trend. Alright. Now let's see here. My risk, 52.8 is my stop loss. $300 for a profit of 54.9, it looks like. Again, 54.9. That seems to be a common theme. $300. Oh, duh. 10 apples. For 11. Cool. I mean, we can make 11 apples on that trade. That's double what we lost on the last one. That's a decent amount. Look at that go. So it did end up working. The zone, it's already gone 1.5 to 1. I kind of wanted to... I wasn't sure. Otherwise, there is no shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like, I'm thinking that this would be an H setup going upwards, and that's exactly what happened. But I just didn't know if it had enough guts to go a little bit lower first. But so at this point, it's kind of gone. All right. Well, where am I on this chart? Daily pictures high up on the curve. Really bullish. 240 minutes coming down. Okay, the 240 minute coming down. All right. I think it could break the low again then. This recent low right here. So if it does do that, where's it going to? On the 240 minute chart, it would probably, the last stand would be at this bottom of here. So if it flips red, that's really bearish. So I would imagine that there's bulls hanging out at that low. I don't think it's high enough for a comeback bar on the 240 minute chart, so I would look a little bit more on the this side of things. 15 minute. Yeah, I think that's an important low. Anything can happen in these 50 minutes that we have left here. This is generally a demand zone in general, right here. It's not a specific zone that I would take. It's not something that I would take, but like outright, I wouldn't. It would qualify as a lonely pivot on the 15-minute chart. And you could take a coupon on this trade if you wanted to. It's super tight. I don't like that there's a zone underneath it, because if it breaks this distal line, usually if it breaks a distal line and you're like, I want to get out of the market when there's not an area that I want to buy with anymore. Like if it breaks down and there's free space underneath or something, or I just don't want to buy it anymore. But at this point, if it breaks the distal line, I still want to buy it, because right here, there's a zone right here. So if it breaks this zone, it'll go right into the next one. And at that point, I would want to buy in again. And at that point, it's not two trades. It's just one gigantic zone. So I have to pick and choose which one I'm going to do. Or do them all. Or read and react if it enters price or something. But at this point, I've ruled this out. I'm not going to take that. if anything, I'd take the bottom zone. If this front zone gets sliced through without batting an eye, I would definitely take longs here. My stop loss is probably right here. I don't need it all the way at the wick. I'm looking at right here in this price right here. That's the area. So I can have a really tidy risk for a decent reward, to be honest with you. It could go up back up to here. So 2-1 or 3-1 if I hold. I'm not holding overnight. Let's take a look at what's going on with gold and crude oil. They're both going up. That's great. Great news. We're out in the marketplace 21 apples right now. So plus the 5 we've already lost. So about 26 apples total risk on the day, but 21 apples total risk at play right now for a possible reward of 23. So about a 1-to-1 on both categories. So, but if it hits 1-to-1 on both of them, we'll be up very good on the day. So we'll be happy with that. Gold or NQ's having a hard time breaking the low. Comes up, comes down, comes right back up. Now it might break that high. Is there anything on the low? No. No place I'd go short. I'm surprised gold and crude oil are so active in this afternoon. They're never active in the afternoon, which is why. Alright. What's the most volume? Crude oil had good volume today. Above average. Gold had below average. NQ had below average. As far as volatility goes, they're all pretty much average. So crude oil looks like it needs to go up, dude. Am I in too early? Man. It just needs to extend a little bit more. It's not moving. It's going to have to wait until the overnight session. That sucks. It's alright. I'll just leave my entries and exits or whatever. Leave my exits out. NQ. Definitely think it's going up. I just don't know where it's going to stop. I'm going to have this line. Alright, we just got out of gold. It looks like to be a profit. That's awesome because it just made us, instead of negative 5 apples on the day, we're positive 5 apples on the day. So that's awesome. Great trade there. Let's take a look at the chart and take a picture. This was a 3-minute micro H setup. Where's my picture? Oh, there it is. Alright, it's a 5-minute actually. But whatever. It's gone 1.5 to 1 already. Sorry, 1.5. Yep. 1.25. 1.25 to 1. And it pivoted in the zone at 75% into the zone. We got out 1-to-1. 10 apples. Awesome. Good. No more worrying about that. As far as going short, I would go short if it bounces all the way up to the zone. So I'm going to plot those entries out already. So 55.7 I'd get in. 2 contracts. And in fact, I would go 3 because that it's just lining up right. I'm confident, but I'm getting doubts for some reason about that zone. What's wrong with that zone? It's outside of these local dist lines. You can't see it in the 5-minute picture, but you can see it in the 3-minute. You can see it clearly in the 3-minute. It's perfect setup, especially if it's overextended past this local distal line. It's perfect right now. I'm going double. I'm sorry to say. I'm going double. I have to because It makes perfect sense to me. It's supposed to go 5 apples. Oh my. 5 contracts. That's why. That's why I'm getting second guesses. It's such a micro trade that I'm going 3 contracts maximum. It's just what I'm doing. 55.7 is my entry. My exit point would be 56.4. 1 stop above the distal line. 1 tick above. And then targets at 1 to 1. There we go. 55.2. Alright. So small of a zone. so small, dude. 0.6. What even is that? That's only 4 apples of reward. Oh, 3. That's 6 apples. I'm fine with that. Whatever. It's a micro zone. I'm fine with that. If it gets up there. If it gets up there right now, that'd be perfect. Without much of a downwards. I like it when it keeps on going to the zone. Which it looks perfect right now. So we'll see. We will see. Alright, NQ. Chop Fest. Alright. But it's lower volatility right up till 245. I think I wrote in my rules that I don't want to trade. That I don't want to trade between 1440 and 1500. Let's take a look at my results between them. So my results would be between 1440, the last 20 minutes. Am I notoriously positive or negative? Let's take all these trades and look. I'll say 1500 too. That's it. All right. So, notoriously negative by 350 apples. That's because I was gambling on a lot of those. However, let's take into account the non-gambles, how far they go. And let's throw this into the optimization spreadsheet just to see if I'm profitable in this. Just super quick and then get back to the trades. I just want to see if between the last 20 minutes am I positive or negative. That's all that really matters. Good. Okay. I am notoriously negative in the last 20 minutes. So technically it wouldn't make sense for me to trade the last 20 minutes, to be honest. And those weird things happen in the last 20, man. Weird things happen. Okay. Ooh. Gold is nearing. Gold is nearing. I'm just going to let it be. Let it be. But it's nearing our entry point. NQ has not done a thing. Looks like it's just scared to go up. Nope. I don't know. I'm gonna trade the last 20 minutes. Yeah, I'm negative normally, but we'll see. See how it goes. GC doesn't seem like it wants to get there. Ah. Look at that. Comes right to it and comes down. You were so close. Look at the 15-minute. It's even worse. It's like, do you count that as a touch? Absolutely, you count that as a touch. There's not. That's obviously a touch. It's I would say negative 25%, but I'm not plotting it if it does like that. And this happens. Yeah, I'm not putting it in my study because it didn't actually touch it, but that's now formed a regional distal line. That matters. That matters. I want the freshest orders, and if the shorts already got there, they just got there before me. If it does want to go up, I'm now considering a 25% coupon. It would have to go further into my zone for me to participate. I would do 55.9 as my entry point now. And the same stop loss, 56.4. And then the same target, 55.2. So now we just shifted the risk reward a little bit more reward for risk, because at this point my entry wouldn't be at the dotted line. It would be up just a couple ticks, actually 2 ticks up to here. I would expect a bigger fill. Now that it's formed a regional distal line, so I'm gonna leave it be. Yeah. Now my risk and reward is different, but that's good. I want the risk to be like that. That's generally a supply, but it's way too sloppy for me to take. I'm not doing that. That's bullish. This distal line should come up. It should show green and then break. Usually it likes to fake out. So this current bar goes green and then breaks lower. There it goes. So I think it would break lower and break this distal line. And once it breaks that, it's looking at this low. So that's what my case would be. If it wants to break higher, I don't think it's going to break higher. But we'll see. Gold. All right. Gold's been just tiptoeing right next to my zone. I don't know if it's going to enter or not. Is he going to enter? I mean, he's playing with 1.5 to 1 risk reward. I'm only looking at getting a 1 to 1. I would consider a 2 to 1 or a 3 to 1, but I can't hold it overnight. It's too much. Too much risk to hold overnight. Gold is 8,500 to hold, so I can't do that. Overnight margin, yeah. I'm not doing that. 8,500 is too much, man. It's just too much. Overnight margin is 8,500, and if you have 2 contracts, it's just not worth it. You don't have 17,000. You do have 17,000 in the account, but not. I just don't feel like doing that. It's not comfortable to me, so I'm just getting out at 1 to 1. That might not be optimal, but it's okay. Wow. Okay. Gold or NQ is more bullish than I thought, so I'm kind of on the wrong page right now. It's a good note. Noted. Way more bullish than I thought. Wow. Does it really want to break the high? Alright. If you do break that high, where's your... No, nothing else. I don't care about anything else. Oh. NQ, I'm not really sure. I have no trades on NQ, which is really rare. Very rare that I don't have any trades on NQ. Crude oil's doing great. Crude oil's doing great. Doing exactly what we want. It just takes its sweet time because it's afternoon. So my only dilemma is that my target's on the other side of this distal line. And there's nothing I can do about that. My risk was 10 apples. I'm not going to have my reward less than 10 apples on this one. It's a breakout, and breakouts, statistically speaking, 68% of the time they go 1-to-1. So I'm holding on to that. I don't care. Usually it goes 1-to-1, so I'm holding on to it. That would be my negotiation with myself. It's like, bro, I'm holding on. I don't care. I don't care what you say. This is my lowest price. This is the lowest I can go. I'm no more budging. Let's go to the MTF on that, because the MTF is 60 minutes. So, yeah, perfect. This distal line right here, right before my target, is just a little bit of an issue. Who knows? It'll do its thing. NQ doesn't seem like it's going to get there yet. No. We tried. It almost got there and retraced. I'm not interested anymore. I think it's done its thing. Same. Yep, same line. It's just doubtful that it'll get above that. I don't know. I don't know. Something's iffy on this thing. How much was my risk? 3 apples. I'm risking 6. 6 apples. You could drop down to 4. I think I might do that. I'm bearish on it, but it's just not looking. It's not feeling the same as before because it's paused beforehand. I want it no pause. I want it coming right to Papa. That's what I want. And it didn't do that. So the arrival discounts the trade, unfortunately. Look at that. It's bearish, man. If it breaks that low, I'm canceling the trade. I don't need it. There's plenty of trades out there. Yep, slow afternoon though. Hopefully CL can get up there. Alright, NQ. This is a really small volatility day, I think. Or this is just what the afternoon is like. No, it's much smaller volatility. It's supposed to be at 94% volume. It's at 69% volume. So it's definitely smaller for both gold, NASDAQ, but crude oil is larger. Crude oil is big. So it is a small volatility day. Not much has happened. If this thing wants to go short, how's it going to go short? It's already done that. Damn. nothing. All right, gold. Am I gonna cancel my order finally? Oh man. Really? Well, wait. If it breaks the low, I'm canceling it, but I really only have 20 minutes for it to do its thing cuz I'm not holding overnight. It would kind of make sense not to trade at all on gold. Cuz I'm holding crude oil overnight. I can't hold gold overnight. It's only 4 apples, whatever. 4 apples doesn't matter. Man, I'm tired. I don't know what that thing's doing. It's deciding whether to break the low or the high. At this point, I think it's going to form a distal line on this 30-minute chart and look like it wants to go upwards. So I'm looking for a bounce. I'm looking for a bounce here, somewhere here. Oh, unless it's already happened. Oh, there it is. So it did its bounce. It did the bounce upwards, and now it's coming down. I'm bearish on this, man. Except, I don't know how to get in. Don't know how to get in here. I'm bearish on it, though. Yeah, I'm not doing gold anymore. It's taken too long, and I don't want to be stuck in that trade. No, thank you. There it goes short. Okay, how do I get in short, though? There's no way to get in. We think it's going in short, but you can do a 2BBB here, or two bar bubbling protection, or prediction, which would be like, or you could do a breakout. Where's my target, though? I'm not actually sure it's going to break the low. We would have to be sure that it'll break this low here. I could see that happening. That would be really cool. That would be the trade right there. Breakout. I'm not gonna do it. It's just not clear. I need full clarity. Oh my gosh, dude. Gold's seriously gonna hit my zone with 20 minutes left to go. I don't know if it's worth it. Volume's just pathetic. But the thing is, with low volume, it makes the holding levels work even more. Because they're boundaries. They don't want to break the boundary with low volume. It's hard to, I think. Wow. Dun, 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 All right. Looks like I'm holding on to oil overnight, which will be 7,700, which I easily have enough. So we're gonna leave that on with our stops in place. These are all good till cancel, so that means it'll be on overnight. Cool. And any trades in the last minute here, last 20 minutes, don't think I'm going to. Yeah, there's nothing. Nothing here. Very, yeah, it's bullish, man. All right, crude oil. Do we want to put a pivot in the zone stop loss? Generally, we do not move our stops on breakouts. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it there. Nothing else I can do about that. NQ is getting a little juice of volume because it's the last 20 minutes, which is cool. It's bullish, coming right into the supply here at the open, 30-minute open right there. I really wouldn't short it. I really don't have any say in this thing. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just going to stay on because it's super slow, but it might do something ridiculous. And then I'll take the trade. So I just have to be here, I think. Because if it blasts upwards past this high, now we're getting like kind of aggressive. Yeah, and then it forms like a comeback bar or something like that. I might consider taking it. So we'll leave it be.
Your vision, then you're in inertia. Energy goes into those lower frequencies, doubt, worry, fear, and now you're in that dynamic. But if you start talking about possibility, even if you don't know how to get there, then your energy starts to go up. You know, what if you ask a what if question? What if all my needs were met? What would I be doing in my life? What if everything is really working together for my good? What if all the bad things that have happened in my life are leading me to activating some great potential in my experience? What if God really is on my side? Ask a what if question, and you start to notice little tiny miracles happening in your life. Things start to manifest.
Alright. It's busting the high. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Now bust this high again. If it can bust the next high, this is excellent, dude. This is good. This is good. This is really, really good. Generally, at this point, above this high, I'm willing to go short. I don't know exactly where I'd put my stop loss, so I'd have to let the candles tell me that. But this is really interesting, actually. Let's just watch. Let's just wait this thing out. Is GC jumping? No, GC's dead. It's done. All right. So NQ is the only one. Now it's resting at this distal line. I needed to break for me to be able to go in short, because it's not that good of a zone. So I really needed to go up. How am I going to get in short? Probably I'd have to rely on the 3 minute bar or the 5 minute bar. I would go short. Now, if I wanted to get in long to be able to break that, I just feel like I'm a little late to the game there to do long. So I never thought about that. If the next bar comes down to here, I'm in long at the split. Let's check the 5 minute. Oh, there's nothing on the 5 minute. I'm still long there. It's going to go quick. It's going to go quick. 380. 380, I'm long. 380, I'm long. Ooh, jeez. 380, I'm long. Wow, it's likely not going to get there. 374.25 is my stop loss. It didn't get there. Didn't get there. It might get there though. Nope. Didn't get there as it's breaking upwards. That's okay though. That's alright. Now I don't want to long at that holding split, because that's just my profit right there. Now if it doesn't go and break this high, I will sufficiently not know where it's going. If it does break that high, you do have the possibility of taking an anti-breakout, which I'm in favor of. I am in favor of that. So that's 12. I don't have so much confidence in it. So let's just risk the normal proper amount. Go for a 1-to-1. I would almost go for a 2-to-1 here. I'm going for a 2-to-1, so I risk a less amount. That's 4 contracts at the breach of this high. 395, 4 contracts. 395, 4 contracts. Oh shoot. I'm not going for a 2-to-1, because then I'd have to hold overnight, right? Do I have enough to hold overnight? I think so, because it's only 4 micros. This is cool. This is cool. Oh my. Might not even break. Wow. It's not breaking. Okay. Then I might not get into the market here, so it's not gonna break. Nah, it's gonna break, dude. I already know it. I know it. Might not break on a 5-minute though. So that means it would be the 15-minute. 15-minute has the same stop loss, so it'd be the same thing. So this trade is valid as long as it's filled before 3. Do you want to place a trade and to hold overnight? That's fine with me. It's the same amount of money both ways. So micro NQ 1848 is my risk. 1848 times 4 contracts, so that's 73.92. 73.92 plus 1 crude oil contract. 73.92 plus 7,700 is $15,092 is the overnight margin I need, which we have because we have 18,000 in the account. So nope, it's already called off. Darn it. It broke down. It broke down. Now it's coming right into this split. This is a slow moving market if this split works. I'm not trusting it enough to do that. It's been surprising me all day, so I'm not gonna do it. But the thing is, there's no other place for it to go. So I'd think that I would have to bounce at this zone. Otherwise, it's coming all the way down. Which it can, it's the last 10 minutes. It could bounce all the way down to here. All the way down. Oh man, if I tell you, if this goes up though, I don't think I'm going to take it because anything can happen. Wow. It actually might break the high. Okay. Okay. Am I long or short? Am I short at the breach of the high? Likely. Likely, I'm more on the short side. I just don't know if I have that much confidence in that. Yeah. Tell you what, I'll take a 25% coupon on it, and I'll go half. I'll go halvesies on it. That's 4 contracts, 25% off is right here. 15,400. I'll hold that overnight. You have a deal. 400, which I'm risking a lot less. I'm only risking 2.5 apples. So small, but whatever, you know. That's how I feel about it. 408.75 is my stop. Wow. I definitely think it's gonna break this high or low. Doesn't matter to me. 381 is my target. It's got to do it within 8 minutes, so we got some time. Gold is entering into my zone presently. this is prime stuff right now. And I have to get in there. 56.8. Where's my stop loss? 50. Wait. 56.4 stop loss. 56.4. I'm risking $60. That's 2 apples on this trade. This is phenomenal. What a fill, dude. Literally, how much risk? 2 apples? 60 bucks? Oh, my target is 55.2. For 180. Nice risk reward. This would be perfect, dude. Glad I stayed on. Even if this fails, I'm glad I stayed on. That was a good, it was generally a good trade. I thought. Really small risk, whatever. 3 minute. 5 minute is unseen. Perfect. It's going. It's doing it. I gotta put my stop at the Piz and risk almost nothing if this is possible. At the pivot in the zone here. The 3 minute. At this point I'm gonna leave it be a little bit longer. A little bit longer before I put my pivot in the zone and move my stop. Because I just don't know if it's going to do anything weird. If it does do something weird, it's just tough to know when to move the stop loss, but I'm moving it now. This high is 56.1. That means 56.2 is my risk on the trade, which is 1 apple. Oh my gosh, dude. Piz is 1. Why do I even do a Piz? I'm only risking 2 apples to begin with. My reward is 180. How many apples is that? 6. 6 apple reward. For 1-to-1, that's phenomenal. That means we did a 50% off coupon at the very least. And then a 75% Piz. I really hope we win this one. Really do. 644. 11,823. Oh, I think I just filled at 55.2. In real life, I don't think that would have filled. It filled in simulator. What's this low? 55.2. It would not have been filled yet. I'm not going to include the money until it breaks that low, because I know this is low volume. I know from experience that did not fill in real life. It only filled in simulated. Because this is a simulator right now. So, I'm just short. 3 minute. Oops. Sorry. This is a holding level. 0.6. 3 minute micro. Protecting free space of 2. OE of 1. Outside regional distal line. Outside local distal line. Recency is 2-3, maybe 2-1. 2-1. Magnitude is 2-1. 2-3 maybe. I don't know. X score of 4-5. But it's a micro, so X score doesn't really matter. 14. There we go. Then we would have been filled. So now I can include the profits in my spreadsheet, because now it for sure filled. 1455 was my entry. This was an awesome trade at the end. I'm so glad it happened. I've been waiting for that one. So glad. It's gone 1.25 to 1, 1-to-1 for 6. There you go. NQ doesn't seem like I'm gonna be entering. Yeah, it already went lower. So let's just cancel those orders. Yeah, so that's fine with me. Gold does excellent job. We'll take pictures of it later. I want to see this one. This one's gone about 2 to 1. The intuition trade. We got out at 1 to 1 on that one. That found this bottom. Glad we traded that. We were bullish, and it goes right into our supply. So that's cool with me. What trade was that? That was 643, and then we're done. I'm gonna be done tracking that one because it's end of day. Same thing with gold on the 3-minute. I don't look at it at past the day. So 1.25. Cool. Okay. 1.25 is done. Okay, and then the only one outstanding is this crude oil long on the the 60-minute, and then we're done for the day. And we're just gonna leave that one on. We're gonna leave that trade go. It's the end of day. Boom. We're halfway to the target, but it's still as possible to lose. So we're gonna hold crude oil overnight, take a picture. This is zone number 641. And then it's over. End of the trading day. So it did all okay. I'm holding overnight on crude oil, going upwards just to try to get out right away. So anything can happen, but I have my stops in place for the good till cancel. So yeah. We'll see. Close profit loss is 312. We have the possibility of making $380 more, or we have the possibility of losing 330 to be a break-even day. So it puts us in a good spot overall. Cooling. All right. Good trading.